I think our first teams will start rolling in tomorrow into Glasgow, and starting tomorrow, then everybody starts to come in. By 22nd. We should have more or less about 114 athletes and all the support staff coming into Glasgow. As you know, 23rd evening is um, the opening ceremony, and the play of lawn ball will start in the morning itself of 23rd, before the ceremony. So the Indian events will start on 23rd morning, and followed by the opening ceremony in the evening. So I think if we put things into perspective, the game side and the non-game side, because like I was saying earlier, that both are important this time. The non-game side meaning that we are going to be the next host of Commonwealth Games. So there is a lot of focus on the next host. We are going to be taking back the flag and the baton. And so there are a lot of things planned around there with those ceremonies. And of course, players-wise, as I've said earlier as well, these are going to be limited games this time. Normally there are at least double the amount of games, at least 17 to 20 games. But this time, we have half of them only. And out of which also, a lot of the games where India scores medals are not there. I think this is more to do with the host nation putting what is suitable to them in terms of medals. So what I do not want is that unfair comparisons will be made, in terms of the total tally. That should not happen because, like I said, a lot of the games like wrestling, hockey, badminton, all of these are not there this time. And but nonetheless, the comparison should be made in wherever we have participated earlier and whichever games, and we are participating again here. We need to see that we have progressed far, and those will be the games to compare. So apples to apples. Other than that, symbolically, this is a very important games. As you know, we will. There are a lot of ceremonies planned. There are a lot of dinners planned. There is a process. To taking back and being the next host. On the closing ceremony day, we will have a nice 20-minute slot where India gets to show its cultural dances and a small trailer of what can be expected in the next 2030 games. Yes, so the players actually had already left around end of last month, and around 1st of July, a lot of the players, the athletics team is already training abroad somewhere. The weightlifters are in Birmingham at the moment, and so on and so forth. All the other athletes are also training at and trying to get used to similar conditions and turf, so that when they come in, they're very much used to all the local conditions. So the preparations are going on well. They've already been here ahead of time. I think already 2 weeks, or some of them even 3 weeks. In these three sports, I mean, this is what we're expecting. That will be our major medal tally coming from. So all efforts are being put in across board to ensure that everybody is fully prepared. Actually, the food will start only on the 24th month. So we will know what kind of food. But in the meantime, obviously we're on our own. So we are looking at some restaurants. To see if some of the players don't like
for the contingent where they can, if they don't find good food in the village, the Commonwealth Games village, they can go out there and have some good Indian meals.
That's right. So we've already identified 3 restaurants, and we are going to be talking to them soon to see if it can be delivered as well. Sometimes if they come back late, etc. So everybody has good food, and of course, we need to make sure that they're having healthy food as well, preparing for the games the next day. So a combination of that is being worked out. The menus are being worked out as we speak. So every little aspect of anything that the athletes need, we're looking into it, and we're making sure that everybody's comfortable and they get what they need to eat. We have a medical center that is coming up. So this time it is not going to be a village. The village is actually a bunch of hotels, which are converted into 3 zones. So all the games are going to take place in 3 zones, and the venues are close to the hotels. and the zones are being cordoned off for any kind of traffic, which means that there will be shuttles between the hotels and the venues where the play is happening, and similarly for hotel to hotel. So no outside cars will be allowed. Yes, I mean, I consider this as an honor. Whenever there's a chance to serve your country, there is no bigger honor that one can expect. And but yeah, it is challenging because it's like I said earlier, it's not only the games that we need to focus on. We need to focus on all the ceremonies that have been planned, where a lot of senior government dignitaries are supposed to come. Some ministers are supposed to come. Gujarat's deputy CM or the CM are supposed to come here. So, and we might have a very special guest as well as a surprise. Well, I won't call them VIPs, but they're all ministers. Of course, the sports minister is going to be honorable. Sports minister is going to be here. He wants to make sure that all the athletes are comfortable and the stay is comfortable, and they are going to perform at their peak. So he's coming for a round. Followed by the Secretary Sports himself is also going to be here. So at any given time, you will have senior people. The Gujarat government is going to be here. The Sports Secretary of Gujarat government is going to be here because there's going to be a knowledge transfer happening as well for the next games.
The next Commonwealth Games is happening in India. Yeah, please go ahead.
That's right.
Please go ahead.
So there's a knowledge transfer that we have organized on the side to see, how we can match it or better things, when we do it in India. So on the sidelines of the games, there are many things that are planned. Like I said, some very nice dances have been planned. In the closing ceremony, India will have a 20-minute slot. So a lot of preparation is going into making this, because we will be in focus as the next host nation. So a lot of functions planned around there as well. So far, everything is very smooth. To be very honest, they're very organized. Our focus to look at is going to be the software for games management, the games management systems, the control room, how are things being monitored with multiple games, multiple events going on at the same time in different venues. These are critical areas that we need to understand. How are they manned? How are they reported? Besides ground handling, how's that done? These are going to be very important areas for us to see, because from the last time that we held the games in India to now, there is a huge change. There is a lot of softwares that have come into play. Technology has come into play. So all of that is something that we need to understand very well, and hopefully do a better job than what currently we are saying. I would not like to put a number to things. I will have a little better idea, I think, in a day or two, because we need to see, everything as to who's performing, any injuries, not any injuries, all of those things. But I think a lot of I have high expectations from lawn ball. I have high expectations from weightlifting. And I think athletics, we've done a lot of, as you know, there are a lot of records that have been broken in India. So a lot of expectations from them. Also, boxing, we're expecting some medals, certainly. Athletics. So yeah, overall, yeah.
Athletics,
I already said yes. We have a large
Neeraj
contingent.
Chopra is the biggest draw. Yeah.
That's right. We have a large athletic contingent here as well. I think this will be a nice pre lead up to Asian Games as well. Right after this, we don't have too much time for Asian Games in September. So yeah, overall, these are the areas that we're looking at. Of course, the para athletes are going to contribute as well. And as you know, the para athletes are also counted. The medals there are also counted in the country rankings. So overall, yes, keeping fingers crossed. We might have some new surprises, etc. So let's see how things shape up. We did have an issue with a para athlete who's a minor as well, 16-year-old, and it was brought to my attention yesterday, and I'm glad that IOA and the association acted fast and promptly, and we've been able to solve the issue.
Can you give us a little bit more about the issue? Can you give us detail about the name and what exactly was the issue?
If you don't mind, I would not like to mention it because the matter is sub judice. I believe the athlete also went to court and
Okay.
the hearing is on Monday.
Okay, so then I
However,
won't insist.
yes, it is sub judice. But however, the issue is more or less been solved. I mean, she needed a chaperone who she was comfortable with. So I've been able to arrange that she's traveling with her, and so that the athlete is comfortable since she's a minor. We are also looking to see if the coach can also be accommodated, and
The coach,
we've
the demand has been for a female coach, right?
no, the female chaperone was the demand. So
Okay.
we already made that happen yesterday in the same day as it came to our attention. But the coach is going to be a male, and there are two choices. So we're trying to make sure at least one of our choices is there with her.